You already know why we're here. Walking Dead, Season 5, Episode 7, Crossed. Let's get into it. Is that Sasha? Yeah, okay.
He wants to go to Atlanta, but I can't have that.
Then you stay.
Feels like it's been a minute since we've seen Rick. He's still haunted by that. Yeah, Carl. Been a few episodes since he's been on.
We just scraped the bottom of the water barrel.
What's Kratom?
Us. Group name.
Oh, wow.
Band of Brothers.
Great M. Maggie kind of messed it up.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of something else, you know?
Great would have been a good acronym. The Great M.
Look at me. Look at me!
Okay.
Sit down or I'll put you down.
Abraham probably would be fine with being put down. He doesn't seem to know what to do at this point. What with the whole thing with Eugene.
You say this Dawn, she's just trying to keep it together, right?
Trying and doing are two different things.
You take two of her cops away. What choices does she have? Everybody goes home. Like he said.
Rick is like, you're supposed to be backing me up, Daryl.
You need to learn how to defend yourself. We can teach you.
Oh, I see what this is. This is where those guys got murdered. And he's freaking out because they got murdered in a church.
They were liars and murderers.
Abraham has not left that spot. I mean, because he's been having hope this whole time. Now he's lost hope in a way. Yeah, that's some dirty water.
Perfect.
You think it's any clearer upstream?
Probably not.
All the dirt just gives it flavor.
Doesn't matter.
Go on, drink up, Glenn. Well, they about to filter it out.
Filter in about 2 minutes, huh?
Us in Dallas. Me and my group, we were fighting off some dead ones. And he jumped in from out of nowhere with that big truck. Rest in peace. He had Eugene in the cab, and afterwards he told me that he was trying to save the world.
Funny that they were on that Save the World mission, and when they first showed up on screen, they looked like a superhero group. Especially Abraham. I feel like he really embodied that whole idea of being a superhero who's out to save the world. And so when that kind of got stripped from him, he lost his identity in a way. Atlanta police.
There.
Ow.
Put it down, Noah.
Put the gun down.
Nice little distraction.
Okay.
Thought you were smart, Noah. You think we wouldn't hear you?
No, he's smart. He knew you would hear him.
Where are those routers you were shooting at?
Hands.
What do you want?
The way you talk,
He's like, you're police, aren't
the
you?
way you carry yourself. Are you a cop? Believe it or not, I was too.
That's Lamson. He'd be down for this. He's one of the good ones.
Whoa. But they are not one of the good ones. Man. They always be finding ways to introduce us to some walkers that look nastier and nastier. Oh. Oh. Ew. Not on them things. Oh, that thing is so close. Whoa. Yeah, that's not where you want to put your hand. What is he doing? Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my goodness. Man. What now?
Rick.
The longer you wait.
Rick.
Is he gonna kill him? Is he gonna let...
Three's better than two.
They're taking him hostage. I'm like, either way. Don't want to wait too long. Whether you're gonna kill him or take him hostage. Gotta make a choice. Nice. Yeah, 3 is better than 2. Daryl keeps on kind of reining Rick in.
It worked. Nice. You know how to clean these things?
I know how to clean these things.
Good. We're gonna need that. Wherever we all wind up. You in?
I'm in.
Look at you getting asked for help again. She's trying to escape. Okay, I'm glad to know he's doing something behind their back. I don't know why. I'm like, I want him to have something going on that nobody else knows about. Because it kept on seeming like he was being sneaky or hiding something. Then we found out what it was. And it's like, oh, well, that's no big deal. It's like, oh wait, I'm actually fine.
I'm okay.
How come Maggie hasn't talked about Beth at all? I guess it's just all been off camera.
I just wanted you to know that I was here.
If, I mean, look, you know, we can imagine that it's off camera. So is he trying to escape? Trying isn't even the word. He is escaping. Ah, dang, that thing is long. How far up his foot was that thing? Look at all that blood. Now this man walking around with a hole in his foot.
Sergeant Lamson. My name's Bob.
She's like,
Still a cop.
Bob?
No.
Why does Bob gotta be such a common name? Sasha gonna be running into it everywhere now. Oh, he just slammed that thing. Oh, I had a cross on. Too bad.
I saw a ladder. I saw one of the rotters and I knew him.
Everybody has these names. The rotters, the biters, the walkers.
Some screwed up, endless joke. And there's nothing I can do about it.
So let me help you.
Now she's saying, let me help you.
Do you remember where he was?
Yeah, I can take you right to him.
We're not going out there, but I'm a good shot.
You can see him from in there.
Hopefully this ain't a trick or something. It seems like we can trust him, right? But yeah, this also definitely seems like the perfect thing for Sasha. Since she sort of just had a similar conversation with Tyrese.
Did you want me to shoot you?
Thought I did.
I thought he did too. drinking the water
Maybe
is
it
like
wasn't
representing his will to live again.
Not.
You see him?
What if he just like pushed her out the window or something?
About 20 yards right of the sedan.
I don't know why Slick don't trust this.
There's a half wall.
Hopefully this is really just something for Sasha, you know?
I see him.
Narrative wise, and it's not about to be a trick.
Are you sure that's him?
Ah, I knew it. Dang. I was thinking, I was like, this doesn't seem... It was just a little too shady, especially him talking about I can walk you right to it. Like, I had a feeling that was what it was going to be, but like part of me was like, this might just be them like, you know, being deep, letting Sasha kind of get the catharsis she was looking for earlier in the episode. And so I feel like also, since they know it could kind of masquerade as that, this was a good way of doing it because it was hidden behind the conversation that Sasha and Tyrese just had, and the fact that Sasha had struggled to kill Bob, and that this guy's name was Bob. And when I say kill Bob, I of course mean kill him in Walker form. And this guy's name was Bob. So all that stuff added together made it like, oh, okay, so this is a really sort of poignant moment for Sasha. Her being able to help him and maybe do for him what Tyrese did for her. And that, you know, she initially felt really bad about because she wasn't able to do for herself. So, like, it hid behind all that. But, nope. At the end of the day, it was still a trick. It wasn't no touching, cathartic moment for Sasha or anybody. And also, they've been telling us this whole episode how trustworthy he was. Like, Tyler's like, he's one of the good ones. And, you know, he even was the one that stepped in and said, no, don't do that. Do whatever he said. So... yeah. Okay. Can't trust him. Sergeant, what was his name? Layman, Bob, whatever his name is. Like, screw him. This guy just went and hurt Sasha. Okay, so overall, this episode felt, you know, a bit like a transitional setup type of episode. Like it's setting up, well, because this is episode 7. So, you know how they tend to always, lately, it seems like they're breaking their seasons up. Like episode 8 on their mid-season finale, they tend to do some pretty big stuff and then switch things up the second half of the season. So this episode was probably kind of set up for, you know, a big sort of mid-season episode coming up next. Like with everything that's about to happen with the hospital and all that. That being said, they did have some nice little moments in here, and it felt like there was more positive, like, and when I say positive, I don't mean positive like, I mean positive like happy. Like there were more happy moments in this episode that kind of felt like they maybe, you know, balanced out some of the sad stuff we've seen lately up until the end there where Sasha gets turned on and, you know, the guy turns out to not really be trustworthy. But I mean, it was a few feel good moments, like Abraham picking up the water bottle, like, and deciding, you know, really, I guess, to continue to live. He said he thought he wanted to be shot dead, but then he realized he didn't. Eugene started to wake up. Glenn and Rosita and Tara, they all seemed to connect pretty well. They had a nice time. They were, you know, kind of joking around a bit. We learned a little bit more about Rosita's background. Rosita had some nice moments where it felt like she was really starting to not only be fleshed out as a character, but feel even more a part of the group. I mean, now we know why she was in the group to begin with, and her whole feeling of, like, you know, being wanted and needed was sort of reinforced again. So that was good. Carol might have hope because Beth was able to get the medicine. So there was a lot of stuff like that this episode that kind of, you know, had a little bit of a positive outcome, which makes me nervous because I'm like, are they just setting us up for even more terribleness in the next episode? The other interesting thing this episode, Rick, it's always interesting just watching the roller coaster that is Rick and all the places that he goes. Right now, it seems like he's more so trending towards the, you know, shoot first, ask questions later type thing. Do the plan that involves, how do I word it? Do whatever involves placing the littlest amount of faith in humanity. Basically, that's Rick's sort of mindset. Like, we can't trust anybody to not turn on us or not do anything. Just shoot them, just slit their throat, whatever. And, you know, that kind of got reeled in a bit this episode. First by, like, you know, Tyrese wanting to do the plan a different way, and then Daryl actually backing him up. Then later in the episode, Daryl was like, 3 is better than 2. Don't shoot this guy. So it seems like that's kind of where Rick is at right now. And some of the other characters are kind of like having to, you know, bring him in a bit. Whether or not you think he's right or they're right is whatever, I guess. But it seems like that seems to be where he is at the moment. And it's understandable. Sasha had a nice little, you know, progression, arc, development this episode, whatever you want to call it. And it all made it make sense that she fell for that guy's trick. Because, like I said, it was a little bit, not obvious, but it's like you would think, oh, dang, he might be trying to trick her. And you think somebody in their position would be like, no, I'm not going anywhere with you right now. We need to be staying here. This would be dumb for me to turn my back on you and look out a window. But because of everything that happened, it made sense that, you know, Sasha kind of fell for that. And I think, I don't know how intentional it was that he noticed that she would fall for that. It's maybe he noticed the look on her face when he said Bob. I don't know. But he sure did pick right when he picked Sasha for being the person to trick that way. It's almost like, did he know? Like, that was kind of coincidental that he said something that so specifically tapped into exactly what she was going through. But anyway, and then the other thing. What's the other thing? Right. I wanted to talk about the priest. He escaped. He seems to just really not be able. He's really not about the whole life of doing anything that these guys that he's with are doing. He's like, I'm not. I don't want this machete. I don't want anything. He's just trying to escape now. But he also, I don't know. He's clearly not made for being out in the world either. So it's like at this point, I don't know what he's going to do. It feels like he either has to get with the program or die. You know, like if he's, it kind of feels like he needs to just go ahead and allow himself to die if he's not going to step up. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, in this world, there are some compromises to character that have to happen. There's some ways that you just do have to change, and there's some things that you do have to accept. And if you don't want to, that's fine, but you just have to die. So, I mean, it feels like those are where his options are left right now. Unless he can at least just come to terms with the fact that he's going to have to take some walkers out. He's going to have to, you know, defend himself in situations. Like, otherwise, you can't just keep on not doing that and thinking you can just sit inside of the church all the time. By himself, I mean, because now he doesn't want to sit in the church because they're there. But anyway, yeah. So, but I hope things work out for him, though. You know, I really do. So I guess that'll be it for this episode. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the Patreon for the full uncut reaction. Till next time, I'm Anthony. I'll see you all later.